r/ChoosingBeggars, where time can be refunded. I teach calligraphy and hand lettering at a local studio. It pays the bill and I love what I do, but some classes don't fill up. For this month, I had planned on a 4-week masterclass, which unfortunately didn't gain interest. It happens sometimes, especially since I just ran one a month ago. But no biggie. A lady had emailed me over a month ago when I first advertised the class saying she was interested. As always, I sent a confirmation email which very clearly states that the complete registration payment is due. It has all the info on how to pay, and I've been running these classes for 3 years now with no issues. This was the last contact I had with her, as she never responded or sent payment. I don't chase people down because hey, life happens. People change their minds. It's all good, I understand. But cut to today. I canceled the class due to no one registering, and at 6 o'clock, 1 hour after the class would have started, I get an angry email demanding a refund because she showed up and no one was there. I apologized and let her know that since I hadn't received payment, I didn't think she was interested. I advised her to call me, and below is the conversation that took place. Me. Hi so-and-so. My apologies for the misunderstanding. Her.
Well, it wasn't a misunderstanding. You didn't even tell me it was canceled.
As I stated in the initial email, payment is due in advance to complete registration. Since you hadn't paid, I assumed you were no longer interested in attending.
And you didn't think to call me?
I don't have any of your contact information, as you did not fill out the contact form with the confirmation email.
Well, it's 2019. You could have found me on Facebook. What are you going to do to fix this situation?
I'm sorry, I'm not following.
Well, I drove 15 minutes to class and no one was there. I registered for the class and deserve some sort of compensation.
You did not register. As it clearly states in the confirmation email, payment is required in advance.
Well, I brought cash with me.
Had you let me know that's what you plan to do ahead of time, I would have made an exception.
Well, when's the next class? I'll just take that one.
The next class is July. It's a 6-week course and it's 250 Canadian.
I'm not paying. You owe me a class since you wasted my time.
The supplies alone are over $100 per person. I cannot give you a free space, unfortunately.
This is ridiculous. You owe me for wasting my time.
I'm sorry you're unhappy with the situation, and I'm genuinely sorry you're disappointed, but there is nothing I can do. Since you did not pay, I cannot offer you a refund. Then she hung up on me. I can only imagine the scathing review on my website because of this. Definitely not looking forward to that. Going to have a beer and a nap. Hey, cheers, brother. Once again, comment summarize my thoughts. Early Song writes, "You are very polite. I would have written, go duck yourself in calligraphy and emailed a picture to her." OP says, "Honestly, there is still time. If she writes a review, I will, but she's been quiet so far and I'd rather not poke the Karen." Liberated Hades says, "Holy cow, poke the Karen. I want that one on a t-shirt." Speaking of t-shirts, you can check out my merch store right up here and rock some Levis Lear merch. HTC Android phone for $50.
Hi, is it still available?
Yeah, it's still available.
So can you bump it down? $1.
$49?
$1? Can I pay $1 for it? I'm broke. Sorry if I can. $1? Can I pay $1 for it? I'm broke. Sorry if I can't.
No, sorry.
I figure it out. I just really need it, to be honest. I will figure it put out.
I really need the money, to be honest.
I really need a phone.
And there are government programs for that. I'm just not one of them.
Whatever you want to do, bro. I'm just saying I'm broke and I need a phone.
No, sorry.
Man, come on. You don't it anyway. Come on. Please, 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 please. I'm black, you racist. You're welcome. Please.
How are you gonna afford the phone bill if you can't afford this phone? You know, he wrote something down there. Hey, OP, what did he write? I gotta know how he's gonna pay the bills. This just happened this morning. I have an old Atari 800 XL computer in my home office. I've owned it since 1984 and play with it pretty regularly. For the past 26 years, I've had a Magnavox CRT monitor plugged into it. A few days ago, said monitor finally gave up its last ghost. Rather than pull it apart again, I decided to stick it on the shelf for later and replace it with something a bit newer. It didn't take long for me to find an old 20-inch 4:3 aspect ratio LCD television set on Craigslist for $20. The set has coaxial cable inputs as well as composite, component, and S-video, so it would be a nice upgrade. The ad was 12 days old, so I emailed the owner to see if it was still available. It was. so I made arrangements to pick it up this morning. I head over to his house, an average suburban home, smallish and in need of a little landscaping work out front. It's about 15 minutes from where I live and he greets me at the door and invites me in. He's maybe like 20, 23 years old and is pretty slovenly. Unshaven, kinda dull looking, dirty white t-shirt and jeans, no shoes, but whatever, I'm not here for a date. The TV is on the table and I ask him if I can look it over, and he agrees. I turn it on and the screen lights up. Prepared, I pull out my old iPod Classic and composite video cable, and in about a minute it's playing a video on the screen. Last night I had ripped the Avengers Endgame trailer and put it on my iPod for this exact test. Good enough. I reach into my pocket for my wallet and a conversation like this happens. Me. Okay, I'm happy. You want a $20, right? Choosing beggar. How'd you do that? Do what? Get it to show the movie. Oh, it's just an old iPod with a composite video cable. But how did you get it on the screen? Well, the video is stored on my iPod. When I connect my cable to the iPod and to the TV, my iPod will play whatever video I select onto the TV screen. It also works with pictures and music. I then play the beginning of a Billy Joel song to demonstrate.
I didn't think anyone could use this TV anymore.
I pull out a $20 bill from my wallet. Well, it is older tech. It's not high definition and is pretty small in comparison to what you can buy today. But it's not useless. At home, I have a really old computer and I'm gonna use this as a monitor. Choosing beggar starts frowning.
If it's still useful, then I think it's worth more than $20.
I had to double take. You were asking for 20, so here's 20. I hold out the 20.
No, I didn't think this was worth anything. If you can get it to play videos, then it's still worth something. I want $50.
Double take again. Are you serious?
Yeah, give me $50 and you can have it.
This isn't worth $50.
Sure it is, you just showed me that.
No, what I just showed you is that your $20 television works as well as a $20 television is expected to work. It's not worth $50.
Well, whatever, man. $50 or no deal.
Seriously? You've had it listed on Craigslist for almost 2 weeks and it's got no offers on it. Now all of a sudden you think you can jack it up to $50 and the offers are gonna come pouring in?
I just didn't list it right. I didn't know it could do all that video stuff.
It's a television set. What kind of video stuff do you think it could do?
Well, that's different. It works with new iPods. I didn't know that before.
At this point, I decided that arguing would be pointless. Good lord, fine. No deal. The choosing beggar smiles.
Your loss, man.
Sure it is. Thanks for wasting my time. I put the $20 back in my wallet and let myself out disgusted. As I'm walking out the door, another car had pulled up into the driveway and the driver was getting out. A middle-aged woman. She greets me with a genuinely friendly smile and asks me if I'm here for the TV. I tell her that I was, except choosing beggar jacked up the price by 150% after seeing the TV actually works. And I'm not willing to spend $50 on a 15-year-old television set. Her smile never left her face, but her eyes lost a smile for a heartbeat. She asked me, "Would you mind waiting here for a moment?" I told her that I would. She grabbed a bag of groceries, told me she'd be right back, and headed into the house. I heard nothing for about 15 seconds, then a huge shouting match. I was shocked. The woman who I spoke to couldn't have been more than 5'3" and about 140 pounds. But it sounded like Mount Vesuvius had just erupted. This woman was loud. I heard words like lazy poo and drinking with your friends and get a job and wasted life and a lot more. I busied myself with my phone and waited. About 2 minutes later, it went quiet. And shortly afterwards, the door reopened. The woman and choosing beggar came out. Choosing beggar holding the television along with a power cable and a remote control. The woman came over to me and, ever so politely, asked me if I'd still be interested in the television for $20. I said sure. I gave her the 20 and choosing beggar put the television into my car without saying a word or even looking at me. The woman thanked me very much and told me if there was a problem when I got it home to let her know. I thanked her, got into my car, and left with my television. Part of me feels like I should feel bad for choosing beggar, but somehow I don't. Wait, so this choosing beggar literally thought that a piece of trash TV that doesn't work is worth $20? When I was in college, I worked at a local pizza shop that was right across the streets from our campus. The staff in a shift would be 3 to 4 guys. One to make the pizza, one to help coordinate the orders, one to run the register, and a floater. Bus tables, take out food, restock the food, etc. There were 2 shifts each day that switched at 5 p.m. And we had a tip jar that would get split at the end of each shift. It was a Sunday and I had been working the morning shift with 2 other guys, Coworker and choosing beggar. Choosing beggar was making pizzas. Coworker was running registers / bussing tables. And I was taking orders / running food / whatever needed to be done to help everyone else out. It was about 2:30 p.m. and the store was pretty quiet. So choosing beggar said that he was gonna go run to his apartment and would be right back. He lived next door and the business was slow, so I didn't think anything of it. He's gone for a little while and we start to see a trickle of customers come in. I knew how to make pizza, so I went to work. Coworker and I knocked out all the orders and delivered everyone their food, and are relaxing while the customers eat. Once the customers had left and we had cleaned the tables, Coworker said one of them had left us $6 and put it in the tip jar. When Choosing Beggar finally gets back at 4:45, he walks in all stressed and says he's sorry he's late. He took a nap and overslept. I'm thinking, wow dude, literally sleeping on the job, but whatever. I'm not usually confrontational, so I just let it go. Since it's close to the end of our shift, the new team is starting to arrive, so we split up the tip jar. I pull all the money out and start splitting them into 3, but I set aside $6 from the customers Coworker and I covered on our own to split between just me and him. Choosing Beggar was in the back but comes up front to get his share of the tips. He sees me finish up and give Coworker and myself $3 extra each, then hand him his stack. Choosing Beggar.
Hey, you guys got more tips than me.
Me. Yeah, when you were at your apartment, we had some customers come in and they left us $6.
And why do only you and Coworker get that?
Because you were gone for over 2 hours on a break and we took care of them.
Man, that's bull. When we work on a shift together, we split the entire tip jar together.
You were asleep. You don't deserve this tip at all. Coworker and I earned this.
Man, screw this. I'm telling the boss when he gets in.
I was livid that he felt entitled to his money when he bailed on us during the shift, and I just wanted to be done with him. So I took $2 out from my tips and slammed it on the counter and said, "Here's your money."
Man, I don't want it anymore. It's about the principle of the thing now. I'm gonna tell the boss that you tried to screw me out of some of the tip jar.
I just grabbed the money, clocked out, and left. My next shift was the following Thursday, and Choosing Beggar was not working my shift. When I got in, the boss was there, and while everyone was standing out front, he called me to the back of the store in the kitchen. Now, this is where I have to mention that I have been working at this shop for over 3 years at this point, and was considered one of the best workers we had. Choosing Beggar had been working for about 3 months. I definitely had the trust and confidence of my superiors. I walked into the back and he says Choosing Beggar came up to him and said I didn't split the tip jar fairly last shift, and I owe him $2. I explained my side of what happened, that Choosing Beggar left and fell asleep at his apartment, that we handled those customers while he was gone, and that I'd even offered him the $2 that day, but he wouldn't take it. The boss said that he believed my version and thought Choosing Beggar's story sounded uncharacteristic of me. He told me that if the situation ever happened again, to first call him and he'll come up to the store to bust Choosing Beggar, and second, to split those tips before Choosing Beggar gets back it next time. You know, if the Choosing Beggar was female, she could have probably written this off as sexism and then complained about the gender wage gap. Remember, honest work for honest gold. Some backstory. My mom sold some stuff online. The lady, a Choosing Beggar, wanted to buy a lamp my mom was selling because we didn't use it anymore. She came to pick it up, but my mom wasn't there, so I had to take care of it. Choosing Beggar.
Hi, I'm here for the lamp you're selling.
Me. Hello, yeah, that would be $50. The Choosing Beggar actually tries to pay without trying to negotiate. I hand over the lamp. All right then, have a nice day.
Can I get your Wi-Fi login?
What? No, I can't just give away our password.
Oh, why not? I can't find my way home otherwise. I come from...
Name of town that is literally just 10 minutes away from where I live. Oh, well, I can just tell you how to get there if you want.
No, just give me your Wi-Fi.
Ma'am, I won't just give you our Wi-Fi password.
You little poo. Just give me your Wi-Fi so I can use maps to find my way home.
Well, again, I won't just give you the password. As I said, I can give you directions. Also, you can literally just take the same way you took to come here.
What's your damn problem? Actually, you should give me my money back.
Ma'am, you already paid, and also, why would I?
Give me my money back. This is robbery, and I'll call the police if you don't give me my money back.
Alrighty then, good luck with that. I closed the door. Choosing Beggar knocked on the door and rang the doorbell aggressively. I obviously didn't open. After about 10 minutes of that, she finally left. Some days later, she wanted to buy some more things. We ignored all her offers since that day. Yeah, I actually agree with the logic of the Choosing Beggar here. It's like you guys watching my video but not subscribing. You owe me the subscription. Duh. My first incident of a Choosing Beggar. Yay! You know, without this subreddit, Choosing Beggars would be so much harder to deal with. But now, it's a celebration.
Hey, can I have this for free? I can pick it up tonight or tomorrow.
Sorry, no, I can't just give away my Xbox One.
The next day.
Now that you've had the night to think about it, can I have it for free?
Still, no.
Oh, come on, man. It's a beautiful day for charity. I just gave some guy at the Trano a ciggy when he asked for one. It's time you pay it forward. When's a good time to come pick it up?
How is a cigarette equivalent to what I'm selling? And more importantly, how does you giving someone something worth maybe 50 cents mean I should give you something worth $735?
Cost is all relative, man. If you've got 1 mil, then $735 is pocket change. If you have $20, then giving a cigarette to someone is a sizable donation. When is good to pick up, bud?
Yeah, that's right. Think about how much you mean to those YouTubers with 1 million subscribers. But me, 3,000. I love you.
Okay, so I want a logo for my YouTube/TikTok channel where I upload mostly CSGO/Minecraft edits. My username is blank, so I want to have a big black bee with some glow and some particles flying in the background. Send me at least 5 logos that were differently made so I can choose. It will also be for Twitter and a Facebook fan page.
Sure, but keep in mind that since you want 5 of them, it will be more expensive.
Okay, no problem. I will pay Mro if you make it today.
I will try to do that ASAP, but I cannot guarantee you that I will be done today.
Man, please. Man, I was planning to give you $6, $1 for every draft, and 1 for making it quick. This is my PayPal. Now tell me yours and I will pay you 7 if you make it really quick. 8? Hello? Where you at?
I've spent 6 years studying graphic design. It's cost me over $5,000 to go on. I've spent more than $2,000 on my hardware for GD and licenses, of course. And you're offering me $8 for 5 drafts?
Yeah, but it will only take you about an hour of your time. $8 for an hour? I am sorry, but that is more than good.
Oh, you're probably right. I'm sorry for the messages above. I will do it within an hour.
That is what I'm talking about.
1 hour later.
I was thinking about it, and $8 is probably way too much. I will do it for 50 cents. 10 cents for every draft. Ta-da! Done. I've really tried my best.
What the actual Luigi is that? This is garbage.
You know what would be funny? If someone found a YouTube channel with that exact profile picture, oh my god, that's gonna be funny. Okay, after sleeping over my first choosing beggar encounter, I think it's story time. I'm currently trying to shed some extra weight, which is why I limit my McDonald's visit to about once every other week to treat myself a little. While I was casually tapping together my latest crime against weight loss on one of the self-serving terminals, I noticed a minor disturbance in the fast food force. A guy was approaching customers asking them for a meal in English, or at least he tried to because he was usually interrupted. If he even managed to get a word out before hearing a variation of
Fick dich selbst.
"We may be the top of Mercer's quality of living survey, but we sure aren't the nicest people to be around, especially if you're in a bad situation and a foreigner. Also, we have many ways to go."
Geh in o Arsch.
When he finally approached me, I thought it's time to make a difference. To set the scene a bit, the self-service area is L-shaped, and I usually use the terminal to the top of the L, facing the wall, because I like my privacy when I order 3,000 calories for myself. Choosing beggar. "Do you have money for food?" You could easily tell the last few minutes blew out pretty much all of his hope. He really sounded down. "Hi, sure. Anything up to around €10 is usually fine with me. I'm kind of in a hurry, so just use another terminal and I'll swipe my card to pay for you." His face lit up instantly, and he chose the terminal on the back of mine, thanking me 1,000 times. I really was happy to help him out and continued on my own order, which totaled about €18 After I took my confirmation, I joined him around, and he had already proceeded past the checkout screen to the point where you have to follow the instructions on the card terminal. My jaw dropped. I didn't know what he ordered, but his total was over €30. I don't know how much McDonald's varies its pricing around the globe, but for reference, a regular Big Mac costs €4.29, while the regular Big Mac meal is $7.39. I'm sorry, but that's way too much. Look, I'm a student. I really can't afford to give you that much, but if you cut it down to a minimum of €15, I will pay. Please, it's for the wife and kids. I felt a bit bad after he dropped this, but then I remembered I never saw anyone else with him. After I told him to wait a moment, I went to the checkout to ask for his order. It wasn't a takeaway. It was 2 signature classic meals, a Big Mac meal, and a McFlurry. So I just checked your order at the checkout. Where are your wife and kids?
Home.
But your order is in-house. Was that a mistake?
No, I eat and take what is left for the wife and child.
I definitely wasn't buying it. Even if his story would have been true, why would you act like this? If you're that concerned about your family, surely you would order takeaway and have a meal with them. I'm sorry, but that's not going to happen. I will pay for either 1 signature meal or 1 Big Mac meal, as well as your McFlurry. Take it or leave it.
I hate you. Screw you. Hey,
I'm sorry, come again?
you have money.
Hey, I don't have that much disposable income. In fact, I was offering you next week's treat money, but honestly, I don't feel good about this anymore. Sorry. That's when Choosing Beggar tried to corner me in the top of my cozy L.
I come from war. I will punch you. Pay me.
This could have been so nice, my dude. Your stomach could have been filled with a nice meal and dessert. My heart could have been warmed, but you chose to ruin the special moment. Thank you.
Arschloch.
Me, with my voice raised so that everyone around would hear it. You are threatening me. Should you punch me, this will not end well for you. I know how to handle myself. Well, turns out threats of violence kinda concern people, so bibbidi boobidi bop, a manager runs to you. Sorry for that. Manager, you two calm down and leave or I will call the police. Me, I will leave after I receive the meal I paid for. Now, thankfully, or rather sadly, with regards to my weight loss, he recognized me as a regular and shifted gears a little.
He won't pay me for my meal after he promised.
You exceeded the limit I gave you by around 20 euro and then tried to fool me into paying way over my budget by skipping the checkout screen. I gave you another chance to redeem yourself and you threatened me. Seriously, I hate you simply because a few people like you are responsible for what's currently happening to everyone else who's just trying to find some peace in this country.
Screw your country. You have to pay.
I don't think that is going to happen. Leave now and never come again. ChoosingBeggars suddenly shifts gears again and addresses the manager.
How many personas are hiding in his mind? You, kind sir, please pay for me and my children.
I just told you to leave. Or should I call the police?
No police, just a meal, please. You have so much food, just a meal, please.
That's it. I'm calling the police.
Just as he pulled out his phone, ChoosingBeggars switches back to Mr. Screw This Country and runs out, while describing in a very vivid way in which orifices he will screw this country. Let me tell you, I do not want to be this country in that case. Never was I so happy to finally pick up my order and leave. I got a Sunday extra as well, which was nice.
Not for your diet though. I think Reddit isn't the place for politics and only included that info because the whole choosing beggar thing wouldn't make sense without his reaction, which gave away his situation.
It just grinds my gears that people like this one pretty much ruin it for everyone else as well.
You know what? This exact story happened to me here in Australia. Make sure you come back tomorrow for the live stream and I'll tell you the story live.
Thank you everybody for so much support. We are this close to monetization, so keep those likes and comments coming. I will be uploading so much more Reddit videos once we hit monetization, so share these videos with your friends and tell them to subscribe as well. Cheers!